ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930 present The Drive.
It is Friday, July 15th. Your drive begins now on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. I'm your host, Paul Swann. We are taking your text this hour at 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. Coming up on the program in the next few minutes, Tony Kemper, head coach of the Marshall women's basketball team. Of course, the Sun Belt schedule came out a couple of days ago for both the men and the women. So we're going to catch up first with Tony Kemper, head coach of the Marshall women. He's got a lot going on, so this is a great time for us to talk to him. I haven't done it in a while. Usually when something big comes out for the women, Tony is right there for me, so I'm glad we could get it back on the show. Looking forward to it. And, of course, I want to hear from you. It's Friday, so what are we doing this weekend? That's what I want to hear from you. The text line, again, 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. The one thing that I've been seeing on social media, we talked about it a few weeks ago, and it's launched now. And I'm not so sure if Herd fans across the country are ecstatic just yet. But Marshall University Athletic Director Christian Spears on the program a few weeks back talked about this herd. Let me say that again. This home is herd. I like my way. This herd is home. But this home is herd. It is a fan support campaign. So you get an opportunity to show your fan support. You get to pick up a sign. You get to register it using the QR code. And you get to put it in your yard. And you get to let everyone know that you are part of the Thundering Herd. Your home is part of the herd. And so here's where you get your signs. First of all, you got to be local for this. Here's the thing. United Bank is going to be the main outlet for picking these up. So if you're in the immediate Huntington area, you've got the Huntington locations. You can pick the signs up. You have the Cerrito location. You also can pick the signs up at the Marshall ticket office and at the Big Green Scholarship Foundation. So this is where you can start picking these signs up. Now, hear what the prize is. Why are we doing this? What's the gist here? What's going to happen here? First of all, it's a way to drum up some support, obviously. Get a lot of Herd fans going. Hey, this home is Herd. Get Herd fans going. And so here are some of the things you can win. Football delivery by Coach Huff. A football delivery. It's tickets, actually. It's not a football. I mean, maybe you get a football out of it. I don't know. But Coach Huff will come to your home and deliver you football tickets. So, opportunity there for Coach Huff to show up. Just knock on your door. You remember those commercials? Some of you might not. Publishers Clearing House sweepstakes, where they just show up at your door and you got the balloons and you got the big prize check. This might be a little, you might be a little too young for this. That's fine. They still show those commercials on TV. But as I have been told time and time again, young people do not watch television. So you might not know what I'm talking about. But it could be like a show up at your door, knock on the door, and they got balloons, prizes, Coach Huff with maybe a giant replica ticket. I don't know, but he's giving you tickets. Soccer tickets delivered to your house by Marshall men's soccer coach Chris Grassi. Same concept. Chris shows up, balloons, everything, right? I don't know what kind of pomp and circumstance is going to follow this, but soccer tickets delivered to your house by Chris Grassi. You could actually have dinner with athletic director Christian. I haven't even had dinner yet with athletic director Christian Spears. Maybe I need to get one of these signs here. I haven't had dinner yet with Christian Spears. So you could get dinner with the athletic director, Christian Spears. You could get a head football coach, Charles Huff, signed jersey. You could get a pregame sideline pass for a select home game with on-field recognition. So you could be hanging out on the sidelines. You can get that United Bank prize bank. I don't know. I mean, is there money in the prize bank? I don't know. Again, this is it's a sponsored deal here. So you could also get a Block M, the Herd, signed by all the head coaches. Some prizes are better than others. Some prizes are better. Having dinner with Christian Spears, that would be a great way. I mean, again, I'm just going to put it out there right now. He's been here several times, but I haven't had dinner with him yet. And you could get some of these awesome prizes. All you have to do is get your sign. All you have to do is fill out the form. You scan the QR code. Pick up your yard sign. Scan your QR code. Fill out the form. Then you register your home as a This Home is Herd home. And you get to win, possibly, some of these prizes. So, and I saw on social some Herd fans maybe a little upset that you couldn't take this further, that you got to pick these signs up. This is local. There's not an option right now for shipping these out across the country. I mean, let's be honest. Inflation is killing us right now. Prices are killing us. So let's start out small. I only acknowledge it because I was tagged in one of the posts on Twitter, so I have to acknowledge it. And rightfully so. If I live somewhere, I wanted to show my fandom for this. I'd want to be in on this as well, but it's just probably not feasible right now to do far outside of Huntington. Hopefully, in the years to follow, this thing can expand. So let's see how well this goes. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here. All right, Tony Kemper is coming up on the other side of the break. Marshall's basketball coach for the women. He's going to talk to us about the schedule and everything that's happening with him when we continue on this edition of The Drive.
This is The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Welcome back to the July 15th edition. Your Drive continues on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. Sunbelt schedule is coming out this week. Men on Tuesday, the women on Wednesday. And one of the striking features of the schedule is it feels pretty balanced. There are a lot of home games for the Marshall women on the back end. It feels like that maybe Tony Kemper is one of the favorite coaches in the Sun Belt. We'll see what he thinks. He joins us now on the program, head coach of the Marshall women. And, first of all, how'd you work this second half of the schedule? You're pretty much you're at home a lot. So what'd you have to do to get that? Okay, let's see if we can get Tony on the show. Let's see if he can hear us. I think we got him squared away now. We're going to lock him in, put him in place, and hopefully he is with me now, the head coach of the Marshall women's basketball team. Tony Kemper is back on the line. How are you doing?
I'm here.
Good deal.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. Man, how did you work this schedule? I mean, the second half. I mean, the first half looked solid, but the second half, you're home a lot of opportunities for people to come out and support your team. The men are away. I don't know if you worked it that way so you could have more attention in the second half, but your schedule looks pretty good.
Yeah, we start on the road, which is you always kind of want to start at home, but I think us, like everybody, is excited about the Sun Belt, just generally being in the Sun Belt. So there's obviously we're rekindling some old rivalries that used to be, and bringing some with us, like Old Dominion. Southern Miss, we've played Southern Miss for years, so those kind of things are fun too. And then to Marshall fans, James Madison, adding them to the league in our sport, women's basketball, they've been tremendous for years. So there's some real power coming into the league, and we do have some good games. Our side of it is tremendous. Old Dominion, James Madison. We had the fourth highest RPI, and if we were in the Sun Belt last year, we would have the fourth highest net ranking in the league. So we feel like we're coming in there in a good place as well.
Now, explain to me how this schedule came about, the methodology, because I'm sure this applies for the men's side as well. Is there, because there are some games that cross over, some matching games, but it's not like it was in Conference USA, where if you're playing host to, say, James Madison, that the men are on the road at James Madison. It's a little different.
Yeah, it's not a pure mirror schedule. And as you get into conference meetings, that really the difference is, and I don't even know what schools it is, but we have a couple schools in the Sun Belt who I believe play in like civic arenas, and so they don't have full control over them. So it is difficult to, pure mirror. Like sometimes both their men's and women's programs have to be on the road because of maybe something else that's going on in the community. So that's kind of why it's close to a mirror schedule, but it's not exactly a mirror schedule. And so I know they don't have travel partners in the Sun Belt, but they try to limit what the travel is between games. And so there's a couple things they try to do to make it work as smoothly as they can. And that, I think the scheduling model is something that 14 teams is a challenge in basketball to schedule with. And I think that it is fair to say that we, adding to 14, we've been to one conference basketball meeting together. And, I think we're going to get more in depth about exactly how to schedule over time, if that makes sense. This year was kind of like not thrown together. We looked at a couple different options. We made the best decision we could. And I think some more conversations are going to be had about the long-term direction.
Tony Kemper is my guest, the head coach of the Marshall women's basketball team. So the schedule's out for the conference side. When can we expect an on-conference schedule?
I think we have one more contract we're trying to get in, and then I will get it to you. We'll be out. It's pretty much done. You know how these things go because you've been doing this for a long time. We've got a lot of verbal agreements, and we're trying to get them in writing and finish it off, and we're super close.
Okay, so we'll wait for that, and obviously we're excited to see what the schedule holds for you. You've been pretty busy.
We got to have another reason to have me on. So if we dropped them all at the same time, then that would only be one opportunity to go on your show, and this will make it.
See, you know how to work this. You get it.
Work the system, baby.
You understand it, right? You know what to do here. I wish. I don't know if you want to share, but you might need to have a workshop with all the other sports so they understand how to maximize me.
We have all we can handle up here in women's basketball. We got all we can handle. So
you've been pretty busy.
No workshops coming anytime soon. No Paul. This is how to handle Paul Swann workshops. I don't think I'm going to send that out.
All right. Because it's either you or Ari, and do you want her to really work that workshop?
Ari's got it. I'm in my office right now. She's got a pretty good-sized camp going on downstairs right now, so she's got her hands full too.
Yes, she does. By the way, I can't wait for folks to meet Rodney Casey. He's going to be taking over for Jason Corrier. And I met him, got to be part of the interviews and talk to him, and I'm looking forward to talking to him. But I'm just going to give you a heads up right now. You better get to him because I talked to him today, and Ari has already put it out front where she ranks already.
Okay.
So,
well, I have not got to meet Rodney yet, but I am excited. I've seen some of his work and excited about what he's capable of and kind of where that stuff is going to go. So I think I heard maybe Monday's his first day or
yes,
something
sir.
like that.
You're correct. I think we're going to have him in over here on Tuesday, so I'll put a good word in for you.
Okay. Yeah, do it.
Tony Kemper's
my guest. We'll be ready to put in the work.
So let's talk about you've been pretty busy. Let's go down the list. First of all, you've got you're shuffling titles here. You made sure that everyone knows now that Jenna Burdett and Rudy Evans are the recruiting coordinators. What was the significance here, and what, if anything, is changing with their roles with you?
Well, I think first of all, they're fairly young in our business, but I think they have a lot of value to us right now and the potential to grow in the business. So I thought that the promotion was earned. We had a heavily senior-laden class last year that was a good basketball team, but they also had to go to work to help us get a good one coming in. And I think we've done that. We have them on campus now, and so we're getting to work with them finally. And I think they really worked hard to put together a talented crew. So, that's kind of where the idea comes from. And then, I just think the reason why to do it is it gives them a little bit more clarity on, maybe exactly where they can go impact us and change things here and there that they feel like is better, so that they can go work to bring us, even more talent in here to Huntington. So it kind of puts the responsibility on some things and decisions in their court. And I thought that, they're both obviously different, but they both have a lot of strength that they bring to our program. And so them together, I think, creates a really good recruiting situation for us, and we'll give them a little bit more leeway in what direction they want us to go, and I think they're ready for that.
The entire athletic department is really refocusing as far as roles, reorganizing. So this is a natural progression there for this as well, because it helps you focus on things you need to focus on more, and it allows you to do things, and it allows them to do things. If I understand the way this is all going to be structured.
Yeah, I mean, they're still going to have the same roles as far as with our current players, and they're very important in the day-to-day basketball side of it as well. But there's a lot of organization and phone calls and logistics that go on in just a recruiting front. So trying to push some of those, decisions and where we should be going. And, we always circle back around and have big meetings about, do we think this is right that I'm a part of those? But, kind of the day-to-day, who's pushing for what, we're going to put the ball in their court and let them run with it.
Tony Kemper with me, the head coach of the Marshall women's basketball team. All right, so as I mentioned, you've got a lot of things going on. Let's go down the list here, because I want to make sure we get everything in we need to. And of course, if we miss something, we'll get you back on. But you've got a busy schedule ahead of you.
We do. We start so right now our team got here for summer 3 over Monday and Tuesday, and tonight is Friday. We've got practice tonight. We kind of have a really busy weekend, and we've had some really cool things happen recently. That our team, we had the highest GPA in Conference USA in women's basketball. So we were number 1 of 14, and one of the reasons why we were number 1 are people like Kia Civils, which Kia's at an internship in Chicago this summer with big company. She's doing great things in computer engineering, computer programming here at Marshall. And so she was going to miss the summer with her teammates, and we felt like it was important to get her back. So she came back this weekend. So we kind of have a little basketball retreat, a lot of get-togethers and stuff for our team this weekend because Kia will be here. But I've really enjoyed starting to get to know this new crew. They're talented. They kind of come from everywhere. And they really work hard. They're athletic. I think we're pretty skilled in terms of shooting. So that's kind of the biggest, most important thing going on right now is, putting the pieces of our team together right now. And like I said, we're practicing later tonight. So we have that going on. Monday morning, we've got our Herd women's basketball day camp. So it's really ages under high school. Start Monday morning at 9 o'clock. If you're listening out there and you've got somebody that wants to come, they can still sign up when they arrive on Monday. You can do it via Herd Zone online as well if you want to find our camp for Monday. And it's Monday through Wednesday, 9 to 12, and $65. It'll be a lot of fun. Our whole team is working it, so they'll get a chance to play with our players. And so we got that. And then, as you know, Paul, July that's major off-campus recruiting month for basketball. So we just got back from 7 days on the road, and so we're in the middle of recruiting calls. It's actually what I was doing when I got patched into a call in between and offered a young lady that we're excited about, and then here I am on the radio. So there's a lot going on, but we're enjoying all of it.
Of course, you cannot comment on this recruit because, one, we don't want to jinx it, and two, you got to get that paper signed. So we'll leave that there.
That's right.
We'll leave that there.
They are a prospective student athlete.
So let me ask you this. Are you going to go to social media when you sign a player, and are you going to maybe tweet a GIF of something, of somebody? Yeah. Are you going to be in 2022, are we going to see you just blowing up TikTok and social media? I feel like that's the new place.
You're not going to see me blowing up TikTok, I don't think, anytime soon.
Okay.
Maybe every once in a while I'll make a appearance. I'll go in and I'll get right back out again. But our staff has been on me about creating some kind of little, what do they call it, GIF?
Yeah, GIF. I call it a GIF. I mean, there's GIF and there's GIF. I am the camp of GIF.
So there's this one that they had on the intro video last year, me pumping my fist. And all right, I just told you that, we promoted a couple of recruiting coordinators, and we are in negotiation about, are we going to use that when we get a commitment or not? And needless to say, we agree on some things, but we have not yet agreed on that. So maybe as my answer to that, you might see me a little bit every time we get a commitment. I might pop up with a GIF here and there.
Okay, I'm going to say, if they don't release it, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get a hold of it.
Yeah, if you see me pumping my fist online, I lost to the recruiting coordinators in the conversation about whether or not we're going to use it. And then 2, we got a player.
Okay.
That I probably can't comment on until November.
I like it.
What's going on?
Hey, follow what they're doing, okay? They mean well for you. Do what they are.
They do. They tell me that people are going to love it. So I don't know. We'll see.
All right. How much? How are you on time? Because I know you have another obligation. How are you on time?
What about one more question?
Okay. You got a tournament coming up, right? Did I understand that correctly?
We do. I don't know what year it is, and I should know it, but our Bart Andrews Memorial Golf Tournament is, that's our major fundraiser for women's basketball. We've got tremendous turnout every year from our community and a whole bunch of corporate sponsors that get out there. It's at Guyan, so it's at a great venue, and Guyan does this great every year out there. And, so that's August 1st. I think if there's anybody interested in playing, we do teams, basically. We don't really deal with a lot of individuals, but if anybody's interested in sponsoring that or maybe want to play in it, they can really look me up on Twitter and send me a DM on Twitter, or they can just fire an email to me directly off of Herd Zone, and we'll see if we can find a way to fit them in.
Okay, so your team consists of you, Matt Grove, and Brooke Burkhammer, right?
It should. It has not ever before, but, I've actually, my father, he usually puts a team in, but he doesn't play anymore, so he usually brings some family with him, and then we go out there and literally hack it around. But this year, there's nobody coming from the great state of Kansas, so I might have to figure it out on my own, and, you might see Coach Grove and Coach Burkhammer out there, because I know they would make me a lot better.
That's what it's about.
Recruiting, right?
Right.
Recruiting is the lifeblood of winning games.
It's recruiting and coaching, right? You're the coach. You don't have to go out there and win it by yourself. That's what you do. You recruit the talent and you coach that talent. And you could give Coach Grove some tips.
If they were on my team, I wouldn't need to hit a lot of balls. That's for sure. I could just sit in the cart and clap, maybe clean their clubs for them, make sure their ball's okay, all that kind of stuff.
That's good.
But I can do that.
That's good.
I can do that.
I like that. However, if you want to practice, you and I can get together. We can go. We can do miniature golf. Yeah, let's get the miniature golf challenge going as well.
Okay. My son loves to play miniature golf, and I like to play. I don't love to play. So yeah, we can maybe get a little mini golf tournament going somewhere.
Okay, because I play competitive miniature golf.
Okay, I didn't know that. Every time I talk to you, I learn something new. You play competitive miniature golf. You love hockey.
Yep.
How about the Bengals white helmets, man? What do we think about these?
I'm down with this. I'm here for that.
I was here for the video release. I thought it was pretty cool, and we got a little bone to pick with you guys from the AFC West. So
that's okay.
About football season, should be fun.
Hey, look, just remember when you remember I'm 24/7. If you want to go, I'm 24/7.
I got you.
You know that, right? You know that. I don't care where you're at, what you're doing. You could be having a nice night with your family. I'm going to find you.
I got you.
But I understand. I understand the game goes both ways, so I get it.
It does.
So I'm ready.
I'm gracious in winning and gracious in losing.
Yes, you are.
I won't say too much. So,
Tony Kemper.
Paul, I appreciate you having me on.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a great next few days, and we'll catch up again soon.
Thanks, man.
It's Tony Kemper, head coach of the Marshall women's basketball team. Yeah, when miniature golf is supposed to be fun, and I adhere to that, but I am competitive. I'm a gracious loser. It's okay. I'm not gonna be like attacking anyone or throwing golf clubs or anything like that. I have actually golfed with people, miniature golf. I have actually been out there on the golf course, the miniature golf course, with people who have gotten upset. I'm just in it to win it. I'm just in it to win it, and if you beat me, you won. You beat me. If you think I'm just gonna pull my shots, I'm not. Completely, because usually the last time I was on the miniature golf course, I was at Seven Springs, and it was me versus the boss. Yeah, because I knew he would beat me in bowling, so I had to get him in miniature golf. I'm okay. I do okay. I'm better. I used to be good at bowling. That was years ago. But miniature golf, I got a fighting chance. More coming up. It's The Drive, ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.
This is The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Welcome back. It's the Friday, July 15th show. I'm your host, Paul Swann. Thanks for tuning in here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. We'll get your text in this hour. You can do so by hitting us up at 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. That number again, 304-396-TALK. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Paul Swann. I'm glad you're with me. Thanks for tuning in today. We're getting set for the weekend. I'm looking forward to it. That means we are only 50 days away before the Herd takes on Norfolk State. 3:30 p.m. on a beautiful day. I'm already calling it's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be wonderful football weather. We'll get to see the brand new turf in action together. Everybody will be happy. Football season will be back. And we're all going to be wearing our brand new Marshall-themed Nike shoe. Only $175. $175. That's all this. The Nike Herd 1. The Herd 1, it is limited quantity. That means, hey, you better buy this now because we're not going to make that many. So we can inflate the demand here, right? Limited edition, limited quality. Get it now. It's a collector's. $175 per pair. I almost hit the link. Then I realized, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. It looks sharp though. I like it. I want one. I should have asked Coach, but I don't know if Coach could. I don't know if Coach could help me with the equipment there. I don't know if he's got enough to hook me up with a pair as well. Maybe. See, you know what? That should have been a prize for the. I got to talk to Sid over at marketing. I got to talk to Sid. We should have put up a Nike Herd 1, a pair. I don't know. That kind of been hard, really, maybe because limited quantity, and you don't know the shoe size of the winning home. So I guess that might have been a tough one there to do. So I can see why that's not up there. But I got to talk to Sid over at marketing and just say, look, Sid, the Nike Herd one, that's got to be part of this. Let's I don't know, what do you replace from here? Because I'm going to have to say, in ranking order here, it's would dinner with Christian Spears be one, or would football or soccer tickets being delivered by either Coach Huff or Coach Grassi be one? So the booth is saying football is one. So Christian Palmer is saying that Coach Huff is more important than Mr. Spears. So, okay, so I just want everyone to know that you are ranking Coach Huff over the athletic director, and that's fine. That's fine if you want to play that. You want to play that. That's the card you want to play. You want to take the football coach over the athletic director. Okay, if that's your play, I'm going to take the dinner with the athletic director. I'm going to go that way a little bit. I'm going to play that card. Unless you're at Alabama, I would think athletic director still outranks a football coach. Unless you're Nick Saban, of course. If you're Nick Saban, you outrank everybody else. If you're not Nick Saban, I don't know. Actually, they're all great. They're all great. I think a Herd fan would be excited to have a dinner with the athletic director, or have Coach Huff or Coach Grassi show up at their home for tickets. The football coach signed jersey would be a great keepsake as well, or getting an opportunity to get a sideline pass for a select home game and get the on-field recognition. And you know what comes with that the on-field recognition? You get to be next to Jason Toy. That's the deal, right? That's the big deal. Jason Toy. Our very own Jason Toy. MRN Radio's very own Jason Toy. He'll be out there. I would think he would be the one still doing that promotion announcement. So you get Jason Toy you get to meet Jason Toy. See right there. They should have put that in there. Pre-game sideline pass for a select home football game, and on-field recognition. And I would think that Jason would be on the sidelines doing the mic work on that. So that's a pretty good deal there. That's a pretty big deal. Okay, Baseball Rules Committee proposing some changes today. No more props on the field. You can't celebrate with props. Okay, I'm good with that. All right, I'm okay with that. Conferences, coaches can agree to put a runner on second base in extra innings. Christian is yelling at me in the booth. He hates that rule. Several action clock changes in game. I'm not sure if I'm in the camp, let's speed the game up. I get it, but I'm not sure if I'm in the camp, because baseball ends when baseball ends. I get that. But runner on second base, we're trying to speed the game up. We'll see. We'll see how that looks. Completely interested in seeing how that plays out. All right. We'll get our final break in, come back. We'll get your phone calls and text in. The text line is 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. Hey, the Pirates are back in action tonight. They lost again yesterday. Lost their second consecutive game yesterday. We'll get you set for that coming up tonight here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. But we got more Drive coming up.
This is The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Still plenty of time for you to be a part of the Friday edition of the show. We take your text at 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. Welcome back to The Drive here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. As I mentioned in the last segment, if you weren't with us, just tuning in, Pirates lost second time to the Marlins, extra innings yesterday. So we have got one series left before the All-Star break. Colorado, 3-game set against the Rockies. Game 1 tonight. We go on the air 8:15 p.m. on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. So I'll tell you what. It's going to be interesting what the second half looks like. I'm hoping that the Pirates' rotation, the bullpen, let's clean that up a little bit. I think this is not a bad team. I just think there's some mismanagement going on right now with that bullpen and the pitching. I think analytics are getting a little bit too much in the way as well. I mean, if a pitcher's having a good day, let him have a good day. If a pitcher's having a bad day, yank him. Get him out of there. And let's figure this out here. So, Pirates, we've got it for you all season long right here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. So, one of the things that we've been kind of keeping an eye on, of course, as Marshall has gotten into the Sun Belt, is just trying to learn the Sun Belt, trying to figure out more and more about the league. We know things. We're trying to learn things here, and I think the league is doing a great job as well as far as what their social media initiatives are. And today, the Twitter account on football previewing Marshall. So, Sunbelt Media Day coming up, July 26th and 27th. I talked to Luke Creasy from the Herald-Dispatch. He's heading down, and I'm going to get him on the show on, I believe, at least the 26th. We'll see what his schedule looks like on the 27th. But we're going to get him on the show to talk about Media Day, since it's a long drive. It's a long drive. I can't make the drive. I got to be here. But Luke's going to be there, so I talked to him, and he's going to clue us in on a few things. I look forward to reading his coverage, of course, from the Herald-Dispatch and hearing what he has to say. But I think the league has done a good job of really getting it out there, what the new members are about, what the league is about. And today on the Twitter handle, it's Rasheen Ali and Eli Neal. Those are going to be the players representing the Herd at the event with Coach Huff. As I mentioned, as I said, Luke Creasy's heading down from the Herald-Dispatch, and he's got a story out about that, actually. So instead of stealing his thunder, I'll just let you know that if you want to read more about that, the league's got a story out on that. And you should follow Luke on Twitter if you haven't already. Luke's doing a fantastic job. I'm not just saying that because, of course, he was a former part of this show, but Luke's doing a fantastic job. So follow him on Twitter, and we'll definitely hook up with him here sometime here in the next few days. Sunbelt Media Day is happening. We get to find out more about this league, and it feels good. I'll say this right now, just from I'm excited to cover the Sunbelt. More so than I was in those last few years with Conference USA. So I'm definitely excited. I'm not trying to disparage Conference USA. It's just I like so far everything about the Sun Belt, and it's been fun to follow along and be a part of this so far. So coming up next week, we are getting one step closer to the start of all of this football stuff, and tentatively scheduled, at least for Tuesday. I'm working on this right now. Marshall, as I mentioned before, and we've talked about, there's some personnel changes with Marshall. First of all, we lost Jason Corrier. He is taking a job, and he is now in Tulane, and he's doing great stuff already. I see. Unlike others, I still follow him on Twitter. I got rid of some Conference USA accounts. I stopped following some of that, a little bit of that. But Jason's doing good stuff. And then we're losing Scott Hall as well out of the SID department. He's pursuing, and I think it's a smart move on his part. Hopefully a very good play-by-play future. He does a fantastic job doing play-by-play. So we get to welcome into the community Rodney Casey. And I'm looking forward to talking to him. As we mentioned with Coach Kemper earlier, if you weren't with us, Rodney's coming in. He starts on Monday. He's got a lot to get going. And, of course, you got to do all your paperwork. But We're going to try to get him in here on Tuesday. I don't know if he's coming in studio or if we're going to get him on phone, but that doesn't matter. We're going to talk to him about how he sees the future of Marshall. He's going to be responsible for getting the story out about Marshall athletics. So I know that's going to be an interesting conversation because he's a lot younger. More and more we're seeing younger people take these positions, and part of it is because they have a natural affinity for a lot of the social media platforms that are going to be a part of this job. So I'm looking forward to talking to him, and that's coming up. I think we're going to do it on Tuesday. I think that's tentative. I'll let you know, but that's going to be something that I'm really excited about. And before we go, I do want to briefly just offer my condolences to my friend Cody Lynn. This is really tough for a lot of us. So I don't want to spend too much time. I want to respect Cody's privacy, but his father passed away, and so I wanted to send out public condolences to him and to his family. So it's got the news today, and Cody's a big part of what I get to do here, helping me out as far as covering Marshall athletics. So I just wanted to briefly mention that, offering my condolences to Cody, who works in the sports information department at Marshall University. And again, I just want to mostly respect his privacy, but send some well wishes his way. Just a silent prayer if you are inclined to do so. So just send some positive vibes his way. With that said, I want to thank our guest today, Tony Kemper, head coach of the Marshall women's basketball team. I appreciate him being on the program. For our producer, Christian Palmer, I'm Paul Swann. Back on Monday, we will do it all over again right here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.
WRBC Huntington, W227BS Huntington, your flagship home of the Marshall Thundering Herd and The Drive with Paul Swann, ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.